And Hoeve is on the line. He had a chance to compete yesterday in the Gore 4. Hey, Ken, tell us how it went. Howdy. Howdy, brother.
Ah, Howdy, ma'am. How are you, Trisha?
All right, how did it go yesterday?
I'll give you the worst part of it first, and then the best part is the worst part is I did not win. The
Uh,
best part is I was hands down the oldest competitor in the race, and I got to see the most fantastic views of Gore Creek racing from the village all the
wow.
way down West Vale, and I'll take you through this video real quick. This was at the start, and the initial paddler you're going to see was the Homestake Creek champion and yesterday's champion,
Yep.
Dane Jackson. The races, he beat me by 2 minutes, but here's my head footage of what it looks like when you take off going right through the park. It's absolutely the coolest thing. You go through, people cheering for you as you go underneath the bridge. But this is where the work really starts because, Trisha, this race was 4.5 miles long. And I have a
Oh,
couple things to share with you. Check that out. There's the gondola. There's
yep.
the skier bridge in Lion's Head. Two views that you don't generally see. You're
Yeah.
usually up on that bridge skiing across. Then you come down over by the executive offices that are for Vail Resorts right across from the yard where they keep all their equipment. That's actually one of the more challenging rapids in the course. And then, Trisha, there's home to our Vail Valley Live Studios, the Grand Hyatt right there, the rapids that are out the back door. And then a number of bridges. I've lost track. There's probably 10 or 12 tunnels that you go through. And the rapids are continuous. It's a class 3-4 section of river. Super, super fun. And as you can see, very technical. There's all kinds of places that you could deviate from the course, either spin out or flip over. And I was fortunate enough I did not do either of those. Had a couple of little moments where I was slowed down, but I came across the finish line with a time of just over 25 minutes. Dane Jackson was the champion. His time was like 23 and a half minutes. But that is such a fun race. I definitely suggest to people out there that if the Homestake Creek race is too much for you to
Yep.
handle, which it is for a lot of us, and maybe the Gore Creek race, which takes place tomorrow, is a little bit too timid, this is the perfect race. I can't thank the Vail Valley Foundation enough for putting it on. I know that we're going to have an interview with Tommy Boyd coming up,
Yep.
and I just want to send my compliments to the chef. This is such an exceptional year. The water levels are perfect, the safety organization that's there, and just everybody's happy, right? Like everyone's walking around smiling, having the best time at the GoPro Mountain Games. Now, I'm in Gypsum, but I'm going to get my stuff together. My son is down there asleep, River, 14 years old. He'll be competing in the Downriver Sprint tomorrow. So we're headed up Valley to start practicing. Now, I have a
Okay.
question, Trish.
Yes.
Are you competing in any of the events or are you just commentating?
You know what? I'm just gonna be working the events this year. I did do the time trial on my road bike a few years ago, and you know what's so funny is I didn't even realize it, but I think I got second place in my division. You know, your age and brackets or whatever. And do you remember Paul Abling? Remember when he was working at the games? He's like, Trisha, I've got your medal. Like it's just in my office. Are you ever gonna come and get it? I never got it, but I did compete, and I did the mud run one year. That was really fun. And you know, you go through the mud, you do 3 laps, and on one of them you're crawling, so you come out and your hands are full, so you don't have anything to wipe your eyes or anything with. So I went up to a complete stranger and I'm like, "Can you just wipe the mud from my face because I'm completely muddy?" But you know, I'm usually working these events, but it's as much fun working it as it is participating, spectating. You feel like you're a part of it, and Ken, you'll remember this because you and I have been to every single one of these in the 20-year plus history, but hugs, not handshakes. It really is a reunion. People have been coming here year
It
after
is.
year.
It is. And I think our viewers have watched me get older, right? Like Trisha, you and I
Me too. Yeah.
here in the Valley. I think I started when I was like 27 years old. I'm now going on 51. One thing is, I definitely came to the realization I'm past my prime. I mentioned that yesterday. Oh my goodness, do I get my butt whipped in every competition that I enter? But I'm having so much fun
Hmm.
getting that whipping. I mean, it's just so great to see the level of competition. I'll also give you another example that's been fun to watch, and that is certain individuals coming back, like Campbell and Campbell's crew. People are familiar with this young man. He's had a number of health ailments over the years, and he is now like, I don't know, 19 years old. He's like as tall as me. He's here. He's got this incredible foundation raising money for folks like himself through Walmart. And then other people, one of my favorites, Riley Frank, who is like right behind Dane Jackson in all of these whitewater races. I can remember when Riley was like 11 years old and his parents had to sign for him to compete at the mountain games. He is now 20 years old and absolutely crushing it. So it is
Yeah.
so fun. And again, as we go out there, when Sarah talks to Tommy Boyd, please send my best, because
Yes.
to me, this is the best games yet. I think that everything is just going just perfectly fun. The weather's cooperating, and I highly recommend that people come out this weekend. Tomorrow's competitions that I'm looking forward to personally: downriver SUP and kayak. And then on Sunday, 8-ball competition, head-to-head battle royal on Gore Creek. And Trisha, I'm going to throw it out there. I think this is my last time doing the 8-ball. I
Okay. Okay.
don't have it in me to try to inflict pain on people anymore.
I know.
I'm and a lover now as I get older. So
Okay.
bittersweet, but I'm excited to be out there and really excited to see everybody. If you see me and I don't see you, come up, say hi. Let's hug it out.
Yeah,
Let's
hug
hug
it
it out.
out. All right, perfect. Thanks, Ken. Thanks for that water report. Really cool to see. Wow, it's amazing to get that bird's eye view. Hey, but we got to take a commercial break. We've got Tommy Boyd from the Vail Valley Foundation, the organization that puts this on, to talk about the history of the GoPro Mountain Games.